So what's going on, y'all? It's the boy Vincent, repping the boy Vincent Fitness, and we back again today with another YouTube video. And the topic of today is going to be the 5 greatest benefits of being in great shape. Now, guys, I was kind of like a little ugly duckling growing up. Wasn't really getting no choosing signals like that. I was mainly in the school, hitting the books, and all that fun stuff. But the thing is, what I really noticed is after I got in really good shape, my life really transformed, and I'm gonna break down the 5 things that I really noticed, especially after getting in really good shape. The first thing and most important is, man, you just feel more alive, guys. Like, your testosterone is obviously more raised. You feel more vigorous. Like, I don't really need as much sleep as before. I always have a joke about this, but sometimes I've noticed when I don't sleep as much, I'm actually kind of stronger in the gym, which is, kind of strange. I've never understood why is that the case. Another thing is, you just have more, you just want to go, you're a go-getter, you just want to do things. Like, I feel like I always got to be achieving something, otherwise you kind of just feel depressed. Like, it's almost like, I always break this down, it's like a bicycle. If you're not going forward or backwards, you're just going to be falling off. And that's the thing I've noticed ever since I got in good shape. I'm always got to have some sort of new goal. Even these YouTube videos, this was a new goal. Like, I'm doing great in my career. I started online coaching, that's doing well, and the YouTube was the next step. The second thing is you never really get sick, man. Guys, like, before I moved here to Germany, I think it was like 7 or 8 years ago, when I was living in Florida still, dog, I never got sick. Here, yeah, maybe once or twice a year, but even then, when I get sick, I don't really feel it like that. When I am sick, it's just very short. It's usually, the symptoms kind of come and go, and then I feel kind of great. It's maybe 1 or 2 days where you feel kind of bad, and then you kind of back to normal. The only time I remember being really sick is, when I had that Rona. Other than that, you're usually feeling pretty great, always very healthy. The third benefit of when you're really in really good shape is, guys, you get a lot of respect, man. You get respect from dudes at the gym. You got younger dudes coming up to you asking, hey, how do I do this exercise? Or, hey, I'm trying to grow this muscle group. Or, hey, am I doing the form correct? Another thing is, too, man, when I be at work, a lot of the times, because I work in an office setting, you'll notice the dudes in there, they kind of give you, they treat you a little differently. They see the amount of work that goes into you building that body up, and they respect that in a sense, especially dudes that was in the military or stuff like that. They understand how hard it is to grow your body or to exercise and how much dedication that takes. So they understand your body is almost like a representation of your mindset in a sense, to where you have a growth mindset, you building, you working towards something, you have goals, you strong, you very disciplined. And what I notice is older men, especially men that was in the army, and they always kind of give me a little bit more respect than normal people. The fourth thing is, now the most important thing, what I've really noticed is, man, it's very easy to get a job, bro. Like, whenever I do lose a job, or let's say I quit a job, I always in my mind, I know I can just get another one, because when you go to that job interview and they kind of see you in the suit, they can see your shoulders and your chest and your glasses kind of flaring out. They kind of, they look at you almost with more respect, man. Like, they look at you in a sense where, okay, this guy kind of takes care of himself, he's disciplined, like I said before. You kind of garner that respect. Guys, I remember one time I was on an interview, it's like a BS job back in the day, like FedEx or something like that. During the interview, we're done with the interview, I'm like, okay, this went well. And literally the guy just started asking me about, hey man, like, how do I grow my chest? Like, it turned into me giving him fitness advice for like 15-20 minutes because of the way that I looked. And that's the thing, man, like, when you're in really good shape, you can't buy that. Yeah, you can hop on the super subs, but even then, taking the super subs takes a lot of work as well. And even in some cases, you're probably gonna have to eat way more. The fifth and final most important thing about being in great shape is, guys, you're gonna get so much choosing signals from the women, man. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, sometimes I'll go to the gym, dog, and low key, like, no cap, man, like, I just want to work out. Like, you have one of those days, especially with me when I train legs, I try to stay focused because that's my favorite muscle group, and I just like the burn, I like the pump. Sometimes you'll be in the gym, man, and you'll notice women getting kind of mad that you're not trying to talk to them. And this is the thing, man, like, it happens to me all the time. Out on the train, I'm at work, on the way to work, at the gym, when I'm at a restaurant, especially when you're in good shape, when you're wearing clothes, man, like, women really like that, man. They like it a lot. Any female that tells you, yeah, I like the dad bod, guys, that's cap. They like dad bod because dad bod is easy to control. Then that's the thing with certain females, they'll like that kind of guy because then they know he ain't got no options, he ain't gonna go nowhere, and he could tolerate my BS. Those are the 5 signs of being in really good shape, guys. And as usual, as we always say here, make sure to control the negative. It's your boy, I'm out.